I got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, the self-owns that are happening right now to gaming studios is honestly amazing, and I'm here for it, because what's happening is these gaming studios are extremely lazy, and they're just getting lazier, right? Especially as AI starts to become a thing, they're just getting lazier and lazier and lazier, and they're trying to find a way to try to put out the most bare-bone game possible without giving the gamer anything that they actually asked for, and they're trying to do it as cheap as humanly possible as well. Well, one of them just got caught, and I'm here for it. So it says the first Descendant is removing copied icons following plagiarism allegations. Ooh! Now, you guys already know about the Ubisoft scandal, right? With the Sekigahara rifle cord, that they stole the artwork off the flag, the back flag, and they openly admitted it. Granted, they openly admitted it only on the Japanese Twitter page. They didn't openly admit it on the English Twitter page because, you know, that would be bad for business. But still, they got caught stealing the artwork, and they self-owned themselves, essentially. Well, now it looks like the first Descendant is self-owning themselves as well. So let's get into this article, guys, from The Gamer. But, of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. So we got some highlights here. It says complaints have led to the change of icons similar to Destiny 2, with Nexon promising adjustments in response to plagiarism concerns. Nexon is actively listening to feedback and making changes to improve the first Descendant based on player concerns such as drop rates and matchmaking. Now, nobody seems to want to ask the question, right? And we let these gaming studios get away with this by not asking enough questions hard enough, right? So everybody says, okay, well, they say they're trying to do better. They're trying to adjust. They're removing and they're fixing the plagiarism concerns. Is nobody going to ask how this happened in the first place? Is nobody going to ask why was it allowed or okay for them to plagiarize in the first place? Why was it allowed during the development cycle of this game to just think it was okay to steal artwork from another well-established game and expect nobody to notice, especially when you're trying to sell this game as a Destiny clone? Essentially, if you look at the gameplay, it is basically almost a one-for-one of Destiny and a little bit of Fortnite. So I don't understand why you would think that players would not notice these things. But again, this is just, why is nobody asking about the stupidity that happens during development? It's just wild to me. It's hard to think of a game that launched this year that had a more of a tumultuous launch than Nexon's The First Descendant. The free-to-play shooter has consistently had over 100K current players on Steam, peaking at almost 265,000, and was recently confirmed to have broken the 10 million player mark. That's not stopped it from the litany of complaints, though, with one being so serious that it forced the developer to change some of the game's icons. Now, if you look at these icons here, I gotta tell you, from a person who played Destiny, especially this bullet one right here, if you can see on the screen, and these right here, this is 100% theft from Destiny. Look at the comparisons here. Look, they're not even trying. They're not even trying to hide it. It's literally the same shit. This one's a little bit different, okay? This one's slightly different, but honestly, it's really not. This is fairly different, I would say. This is the same fucking thing. This is the same thing, too. All of this is the same thing. They very clearly stole artwork, and I'm glad they're getting called out on it. It says on Sunday, Forbes reported that the first Descendant featured icons in the game that bore more than a striking similarity to those featured in Destiny 2. PC Gamer later pointed out that the website Icon Duck lists a Destiny icon set, which can be used for personal and commercial purposes. However, the plagiarism concerns remain, as there was no proof that Nexon had actually ripped the files from there. Pressure grew on the Korean developers as more accounts of alleged copying arose, leading it to the release a statement again to Forbes promising big changes. Again, can we just get down to the nitty-gritty? Why was this allowed in the first place? Who did it? Why did you not check them, right? Why is there no process in the development process to check this stuff? Because they don't care, ladies and gentlemen. They rather put it out there and hope nobody notices, because they know if they get caught, gamers are just going to be like, well, hey, they apologized, so it's okay. They said they were sorry. It's perfectly fine. Don't worry about it. This shit is crazy. This shit is absolutely crazy that these companies continue to get away with this. Citing Destiny 2 as an inspiration during the development process. Yeah, an inspiration. An inspirational, right? And one that is personally admired and respected by the team. Nexon stated, "We have taken the concerns raised seriously and decided to make adjustments to ensure the imagery that may appear similar clearly reflects the unique identity of our game." Why didn't you do that before? That's my thing. Like, you didn't do this before because you didn't care, right? You didn't care about, it didn't matter. If you got caught, it doesn't matter. Just remove it, apologize, and move on. That's what they know is going to happen. While the statement stops short of admitting the icons were stolen from, well, they can't admit it. Like, that's just not going to happen. They're not going to openly admit, yeah, we stole from Destiny 2, because then a lawsuit is going to come down on them so hard, it's going to be insane. Their removal is a step in the right direction. No, it's not. No, it's not. These motherfuckers will still steal, and then the hope that you don't find out later on. With Nexon adding, we will continue to improve the game for fans of the looter shooter genre. In the latest open communication that has come from Nexon following the first Descendant's launch, based on community feedback, earlier today we reported that the company confirmed items were dropping according to the rates displayed after fans raised concerns that they weren't getting them as quickly as they believe they should have been. The company was also quick to implement hard mode matchmaking into the game, another major concern players had in the days immediately following the launch. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not playing this game because these kind of games don't really interest me. I played Destiny for a while back during the original Destiny, but then ended up giving up or quitting shortly before Destiny 2 came out. I dabbled in Destiny 2 barely, like literally barely. Honestly, I kind of regret buying the game, but still, this particular game, the reviews, to my knowledge, are like 50-50, right? So they're not that great. It's literally bare bone average, and it's going to be compared to Destiny because, look, I mean, how can it not be? They openly admitted that they use Destiny as a inspiration, but we all know what they mean by inspiration, right? Especially when the artwork has obviously been copied. Inspiration is a light form word for, hey, we stole a lot of shit and a lot of ideas from Destiny, and we're hoping we can make the free-to-play version of Destiny so we can overly sell microtransactions. Can we also talk about the microtransactions? I realize that this article is not talking about it, but if you look at the Steam reviews, and I don't have them pulled up, but you guys can look if you have Steam. If you look at the Steam reviews for this game, the microtransactions are predatory, okay? I'm talking ridiculously predatory to the point where it makes Diablo Immortal look like it belongs in a church, okay? Like, that's how predatory these microtransactions are, and they're hoping that even though the player base is obviously going to fall, it's only a matter of time. That's how these live service games work, right? They start off really high, 250K, that's a badass number. But I guarantee you after a month or two, it's going to drop to probably 100K or 50K, and it's going to keep going down from there. They're hoping to capitalize on the initial rush with all of these predatory monetary gains, and they're hoping that it makes them enough money that it'll sustain them for however long they can while their whales continue the rest, right? So we'll see what ends up happening with the first Descendant, but to my knowledge, the game is super average, and not only that, extremely predatory monetarily. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.